Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 928th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. And what a battle I've got for you today. This is a fast-moving, really mobile battle here, and this is fought on one of our new flat custom maps here. Okay, as I say, I always think it's a little bit extra playing on the new custom maps. Adds a little bit more to the battles, maybe. Okay, our first teammate is Brotherhood member TR. Now, TR have got 5 hillmen, 5 archers and 10 cavalry. Okay, we're going to have a closer look at this Parthian army. Remember that because Parthian infantry is so bad, we allow them to bring 10 cavalry max now. Now there are the hillmen there. Okay, now these, believe it or not, are better than the 120-man Eastern infantry units that you can have in Parthia. Over the years, people have found that these hillmen seem to be better. And if you notice there, you'll see they've got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. There's a close-up of the hillmen. They've got spears, so they're anti-cavalry, but they definitely seem to be tougher than the big 120-man Eastern infantry, which has always been a bit strange to us, but yeah, they do seem to be not too bad, really. And he's got his mid-range archers here, and if you count the upgrades on those mid-range archers, you'll see that he has fully upgraded them. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Now these archers are only mid-range, their defense is pretty poor, but fully upgrading them, he's going to get the most out of them that he can there. Okay, and I think if I remember correctly, I think he might even have a slinger unit. There you are. He's got a slinger unit there as well. So I think he's got 4 archers and a slinger unit. Okay, let's have a quick look at his cavalry here. And if you notice here is cataphracts here, you'll see that they've got 8 upgrades on, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on his cataphracts. Remember, we call those the tanks of the ancient world because they're armor from head to toe. But also, and maybe unusually, he's got camel cataphracts. Okay, now they've got the same specifications as the horse cataphracts, but usually you would bring them on a desert map. As you can see, this is definitely not a desert map, so they're not going to get any bonus. Obviously, if they were fighting on a desert map, they would get bonus. And remember that camels have got a small fear factor against enemy cavalry as well. And also, I believe he's got a horse archer unit there as well. Okay, so it's a fast-moving unit. So that is TR's Parthian army. Remember, because their infantry is so poor, we allow Parthia to have 10 cavalry max now, and that will be probably a tried and tested TR Parthian army. Okay, our next teammate is a Brotherhood member Demon. Now Demon's got 13 infantry, 1 archer, 1 peasant unit and 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. You'll see that his infantry have just got gold shield, gold attack on them there. But he's also bought a morale boosting eagle unit. Okay, remember we always talk about a good morale in your army there, and he's got his general and his eagle unit there for good morale within his infantry. Always a good thing to do, and I know I've been banging on about that for years. And his cavalry, oh my gosh, 8 upgrades on his Praetorian cavalry, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So I think that's a pretty solid demon Roman army there. Our next teammate is a Brotherhood member JGP. Now JGP's got 12 infantry, 2 archers and 6 cavalry. Have a look at the upgrades on most of his infantry. You'll see they've got 7 upgrades on, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on most of his infantry, if I remember correctly. And I think some of his infantry just got gold shield, gold attack on. I'm guessing those are going to be the Pyder shield units there with your gold shield, gold attack on. And because, of course, he spent most of his money on his infantry, I'm guessing that his cavalry possibly just gold shield, gold attack, maybe. Yeah, there you are. It's got gold shield, gold attack on them there. So that's an interesting army there to see how well it does during the course of the battle. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander. It's got a very old Roman army of 15 infantry and 4 cavalry. So there's our team. It's got the potential to be a cracking battle. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Armenius. Now Armenius has got 4 archers, 6 cavalry and 10 pikes. And I thought this was an unusual Macedonian army here. See what you think about this. You'll see there he's got his long-range Cretan archers, just got 3 upgrades on. I'm thinking gold attack. But here, if you see his companion cavalry, okay, count the upgrades. 1, 2, 3, fully upgraded companion cavalry, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack on these cavalry. Now remember, these cavalry here are sometimes called the winged horsemen because of those winged things on their helmets. And remember, they've got a 9 charge bonus. Now remember, most cavalry on here have just got a 6 charge bonus. These guys have got a 9 charge bonus. And remember, the charge bonus is the penetration and impact a unit can do. So with a 9 charge bonus and being fully upgraded, make no mistake, these are extremely serious cavalry here. And, you know, potentially used correctly, they could be battle-winning cavalry maybe. But now if we have a look at the Macedonian pikes here, you'll see, as I say, this is an unusual army build for me, just gold shield, gold attack on the Macedonian pikes there. Okay, now remember, we've talked about this before. The optimum upgrades on Macedonian Royal Pikemen are 8. 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Okay, we know Macedon morale's not very good, so not to put an experience stripe on the Macedonian pikes, I would suggest, is unusual. Be interesting to see how that army does during the course of the battle. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now Fesen, get ready for this, has got 17 infantry and 3 cavalry. Yes, 17 infantry there. So that's quite a lot of firepower he'll be bringing to the battlefield there. And if you notice, his infantry are gold shield, gold attack. And you may well notice here that he's bought a morale boosting eagle unit there. So he's got his infantry general and his eagle unit there. 2 lots of morale going on among his infantry battle formation. And let's have a look. I'm thinking probably quite good cavalry there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry and experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So as I say, a lot of firepower there, I think. If I remember, I think he's got an anti-cavalry unit at the front of his battle formation there. An auxiliary unit. Yeah, there you are. He's got an auxiliary unit there. Of course, they carry spears, so they're going to be anti-cavalry. And also, they're a cheap unit to soak up enemy pilers there. So it'd be interesting to see how well he does with that during the course of the battle. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius with his faction of choice, Greek cities. Now he's got 14 spearmen and 4 cavalry. Okay, if you notice there, he's got an armoured hoplite as his forward pilot shield unit there, backed up by a Spartan pilot shield unit. So that's his normal Spartan battle formation. And here you can see he's got 4 light cavalry, fast moving cavalry, attack enemy archers, get in behind tired engaged enemy troops and smash into the back of them there. But have you noticed anything possibly missing in this Greek cities army that you would normally expect? And of course, no archers. Can you see? No Cretan archers, no long-range Cretan archers in this army. So I would suggest that's quite unusual. Most Greek cities armies do usually bring archers. And their last teammate is GoTW Romex, who has bought the Scythian faction. Now he's got 2 horse archers, 8 headhunting maidens, 5 infantry and 5 archers. Okay, there's the horse archers that he's bought. Fast moving, can form Canterbury and circle, and it can cause a lot of casualties. They can. And here's something that you don't see very often: Scythian infantry. If you notice, count the upgrades there, he's fully upgraded these axemen. Okay, but believe me, no matter what upgrades you put on these infantry, they just kind of don't cut it on the 31k battlefield. That's why we allow Scythia to bring 10 cavalry max. Their infantry is just, as I say, to be honest, no matter what upgrades you put on them, they're pretty poor. And here we have the infamous headhunting maidens. Now, when you hear the name maiden, you might well think, oh, soft, a bit retired, a bit quiet, innocent. Well, that ain't these girls. These are the deadly ladies of Rome Total War. Okay, if you notice the axes they carry, they are effective against armor. Okay, see those axes effective against armor. And cavalry versus cavalry, you're probably looking at the best cavalry in the game. Remember, the higher the armor, the more that effective against armor bonus comes in. And as I say, cavalry versus cavalry, probably the best cavalry in the game. They don't do so good against infantry, but against cavalry they do. So there you are. There's Romex's Scythian army. And what I thought was quite a coincidence here is that he's got his 10 cavalry Scythian army opposite the 10 cavalry of Parthia. So it'll be interesting to see if they lock horns at all during the course of the battle. It should be a great one for you to watch. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we've literally kind of just pressed start here, and you'll see Romex indicating how he's going to be in this battle, and that is very aggressive. Can you see he's bringing his whole Scythian army straight across the battlefield here towards our team? Okay, he's got his horse archers, his fast-moving horse archers there. It looked to me like he really wanted to take on Parthia there. I think that's the reason he's come across the battlefield so fast there. As I say, he would like to take on Parthia. But TR, I don't think fancied that because of the archers that Scythia have got. The damage that Scythian archers could do to that Parthian army before they even get into hand-to-hand fighting probably concerned TR. As you can see, our team is kind of we've kind of grouped here, and you can see there, can you see, I've noticed there quite a big distance between, if you have a look here, as I say, Romex being very, very aggressive right from the start here, bringing his army all the way here, but he is a long way from his allies, isn't he? There. You can see his allies are a long way away from him. And I suppose he does look a little bit isolated, but his army is a fast-moving army there. So if he moved out to try and engage him, he would just move his army back there. But don't forget, he's got these long-range chosen archers there that he would really like to target our Parthian ally with. But I think TR made a good tactical move there in pulling away from the Scythian army. As I say, he probably wouldn't mind taking them on in a straight battle possibly, but against those headhunting maidens and those long-range Scythian archers there, I think he's made a good move in withdrawing. He's put a slinger unit there. I don't know whether he's put that unit there just to attract expensive enemy arrows, but he's now pulling that slinger unit back. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, you'll see Armenius here has brought his Macedonian Cretan archers and his fully upgraded cavalry around our left flank. You see several Roman players do this, don't you, where they bring their archers out backed up by heavy cavalry on a flank here, and that's just what Armenius has done. But what we're going to do here, if I remember correctly in this battle, is we're going to kind of mass our cavalry a little bit and go for those archers and Armenius's cavalry as well. I think this is quite an old battle. I can't really remember much about it, but I remember seeing this and thinking, yeah, if we master our cavalry, we could go out there and maybe take out a lot of those Cretan archers and maybe even some of his fully upgraded companion cavalry there. Okay, so Armenius can see that we're coming towards him, so he's starting to back his cavalry off and probably his archers as well. Okay, so see, rather than just stand around being passive there, do you see how we're actually taking the battle to the enemy? Very often here, if you're passive, then his archers would get into an angle to shoot into the flank of our troops. So what we've decided here is to actually come out and, as I say, take the battle to the enemy there and drive Armenius' Macedonians back there. You can see JGP's cavalry coming out. You can see a couple of TR's cavalry, Parthian cavalry coming out. Just like to show you here, can you see that JGP's cavalry is in open order? Can you think why he's put his cavalry in open order? I know veterans would know this straight away, but newer players to Rome Total War, why do you think he's got his cavalry in open order? Okay, it's to avoid as much damage as he can from missile fire. Remember, in RTW, units that are in open order suffer less casualties from missiles than units in close, tight formation. That's why we have our pilot shield units in open order as well, because, as I say, in open order you do lose less men to missiles. Okay, here you can see my SPQR cavalry trying to catch that Macedonian cavalry there, and as I say, you can see JGP's cavalry coming across and a couple of units of Parthian cavalry there as well. So we've done what we wanted to there. We've kind of driven the Cretan archers back and the fully upgraded companion cavalry as well. Right now you can see a large amount of TR's Parthian cavalry have now come into the fray as well. And if you notice here, JGP better pull that cavalry unit back. He doesn't want to get anywhere near that anti-cavalry pike unit there. There you are, he's pulling that back now. So that's That's good. There's another unit there who's going to get hit by cavalry, and bang! I should imagine that unit's going to rout, which it's just done there. So sadly, he's lost a cavalry unit there to those companion cavalry. Let's just pause the game for a second here. So he's lost one cavalry unit to that companion cavalry, and over here on the other side, if you like, Fesen charged his cavalry unit in there and has routed another cavalry unit of JGPs there. Okay, but as I say, you can see now what I want to show you here. Can you see I'm moving my entire infantry army towards the Macedonians here? I think our team is in a very aggressive attacking mood here. And remember, taking the battle to the enemy gives you the initiative. Okay, if you stand back and are defensive or passive, that passes the initiative to the enemy. And as you can see here, we got all, I think, or the vast majority of Parthian cavalry, all my cavalry, and JGP's cavalry out here as well, moving towards the enemy Macedonians there. Okay, what I'd like to do obviously is get close to those Macedonian pikes with my infantry, so I could throw loads of pilers into those pikes to weaken them there. You can see my infantry moving forward. It wouldn't surprise me if Armenius there backed his pikes off. There you are. Can you see he's backing his pikes off a little bit there? Seeing my infantry coming towards him. Can you see Fesen's red Julii cavalry? Looks like it's going to smash into the flank of my moving troops, but my teammate TR spotted that and countered that to Julii cavalry with his Parthian cavalry there. Really nice teamwork move there by TR. There, because make no mistake, Fesen looked to me like he was going to try and smash into the flank of my moving infantry. Right, as I say, I'd like to throw a lot of pilers into this Macedonian cavalry and pikes if possible there. And you can see the backup that my infantry has got with all the cavalry that we're bringing over here against Armenius' Macedonians there. Now, meanwhile, over on the other flank, I'm confident that Demon and JGP's infantry can hold the line there if they're attacked by Greek cities and Julii. There, I'm pretty sure they can hold. You can see there's some Greek city light cavalry getting around his flank there as well. But they can hold there while we kind of concentrate on the Macedonians there. If you notice there, Arminius is a little bit isolated from his teammates there, isn't he? Over on this flank. Okay, you can see us pushing back those pikes and cavalry there. And as I say, I think we've got the vast majority of Parthian cavalry. I've got my cavalry, JGP's cavalry here as well. And you can see us there kind of pushing Arminius's troops back. Right, can you see these fully upgraded companion cavalry here? Look like they're going to smash into the flank of my infantry. I think that's what they were thinking there. Can you see how they position there? But I'm bringing my cavalry over and my Parthian allies bringing his cavalry over as well to counter them. Now I'm going to hit that moving companion cavalry there like a bang as I smash into them. Did you notice there that several of those companion cavalry units routed? That's because they were hit on the move and they suffered a lot of casualties quickly there, so that caused them to mass rout. Even though they're fully upgraded, if you catch cavalry just right, you can get them to rout. Okay, here, as I say, you can see my infantry moving now over to the other flank here, still looking to go for those Macedonian pikes if I can. There, you can see TR's got his hillman there and some of his archers. And as I say, I know that Demon and JGP, I'm pretty sure will be able to hold here until we can get reinforcements over to them. But remember, Fesen's got 17 infantry. And of course, you've got a lot of firepower there, and you've got the Greek cities. Also, if you notice a nice little move here by Romex, getting his horse archers in behind JGP and Demon, so they can now shoot their arrows into the rear of our allies' troops here. Remember, the rear and flank of units on RTW are their weakest. So if you can get units shooting into the rear of enemy troops there, you can get them to suffer a lot of casualties there. Okay. But it wouldn't surprise me now if Aurelius here with his faction of choice Greek cities really aggressively attacked a Demon here. Look how he's really charging those Spartans in there. Like, really wants to attack Demon. And Demon just looks like he's going to hold his ground. Make no mistake, Demon will be throwing loads of pilers in there. And over here you can see Fesen attacking a JGP as well. And something interesting's about to happen in this battle that I hope you'll find very interesting. Can you see I'm moving my infantry towards the Scythian headhunting maidens and the Macedonian pikes? Right. Can you see Romex here now decides to charge? Get ready for this. He's going to charge his headhunting maidens with their 8 charge bonus and effective against armor axes into the hillman of TR. Okay. Now we know, as we said before, that Parthian infantry is not great. But if you notice here, can you see the headhunted maidens with their effective against armor axes? Okay, so they are effective against armor. If you listen to the bonus there, effective against armor. Okay, but if you look at the hillman that they're fighting, right, you can see there's some cataphracts there coming in. But if you look at the hillman that they're fighting, you'll see they don't wear armor. Can you see they just wear like a woven top? There's no armor involved with these hillmen. Okay, so the effective against armor bonus that these maidens have got is just not going to come into, is not going to work at all, because they're fighting units with no armor. So those axes are just normal attacking axes now with no effective against armor bonus, because they're going up against troops that have got no armor, if you see what I mean. And don't forget, these hillmen have got spears, so they are anti-cavalry as well. Now just look at those headhunting maidens charging in there, but look at the anti-cavalry spears that these hillmen are holding. And don't forget, I think, if I remember right, they were they fully upgraded, or they had at least 8 upgrades on anyway, these hillmen. And there you are, you can see there them holding the headhunting maidens, because as I say, the effective against armor axes that they carry, that bonus is not effective against units that have not got any armor. They're just ordinary weapons now, those axes. And you can see fire arrows coming in on them as well. I see that TR has thrown a camel cataphract unit in. Remember that camels bring a slight fear factor to enemy cavalry. Oh, look at this for a nice hit by JGP. Oh my gosh, I gotta pause the game here. JGP is going to smash into the back of the headhunting maidens with his cavalry there. Hammer and anvil attack, cavalry-wise there. Oh my gosh, nice move there by JGP. And I think, unfortunately for Scythia, that could be a bit of a death nail for the headhunting maidens. And bang! As JGP's cavalry smashed into her. Oh my gosh, that's the Scythian general dead there. And as I say, there's another cataphract unit, more cataphract units smashing into those headhunting maidens there. And oh my gosh. So now all of the effective against armor headhunting maidens have now been taken out. You can see Fesen there looking to charge 3 Julii cavalry in. Meanwhile, here you'll see that the Scythian axemen are attacking my SPQR infantry there. And you can see some pike units of Armenius, Macedonian pike units being brought over towards my SPQR infantry as well. And don't forget, these fully upgraded companion cavalry look to me like they could well target my infantry, maybe going for my general. It wouldn't surprise me if they were actually trying to get my where is my general? There he is. There's a general there. That's who they would like to take out, so that they take the general morale bonus away from my army. And don't forget, as I say, that companion cavalry is fully upgraded with a 9 charge bonus. Okay, so there you are. You can see my SPQR infantry there fighting those Scythian axemen. Right there you are. You can see those Julii cavalry of Fesen's charging in there. Like, bang! And he smashes in there. But I think those Julii cavalry are about to rout. They're up against a heck of a lot of our cavalry. Right, there goes that. I thought that Macedonian cavalry was going to charge into me then, but then Armenius decided not to in the end. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second here. So, all of Fesen's cavalry and all of Romex cavalry has now been taken out. As I say, you can see Fesen really aggressively attacking JGP. And over here, you can see Aurelius is making inroads into Demon's infantry. But actually, I think Demon is holding really well. Also, you can see Demon's got his cavalry here attacking the light cavalry of Greek cities there. Nice move there by Demon. But as I say, I think he's holding well against Greek cities here. And as I say, I think JGP is holding well as well. And over here, as I say, I got my infantry against the Macedonian pikes. Make no mistake, any chance I got, I would be throwing pilers into those pikes to weaken those pike units before we actually get into any hand-to-hand fighting there. So you can see that. Now this is a nice move by TR and JGP. And bang! As that cavalry smashes into Fesen, into the flank of Fesen's infantry. So here, like, you can see where they took out those Scythian headhunting maidens, okay, and now they decided to charge their victorious cavalry into the flank of Fesen's fighting infantry there. So that's a nice move there by JGP and TR. Just look at that penetration of that cavalry smashing into the bang! Actually, I think Fesen's infantry has done well to hold there, because the forward units of his units were engaged, weren't they? Of his battle formation were engaged there. So it was like a hammer and anvil attack. So well done to Fesen there, actually holding against that big cavalry hit coming in on him there. Could have mass routed his troops. You can see several of his units are routing there, but you can see he's brought more infantry into the fray. As I say, you got JGP's SPQR infantry fighting there as well. Okay, so over here you'll see that companion cavalry may be looking to smash into my infantry there. I'm not sure, but you can see a lot of the Macedonian pikes have now been routed. Okay, I think I threw a lot of pilers into them there and it caused them to rout. And there goes that Macedonian cavalry there. Fully upgraded Macedonian cavalry charging in like a bang as they smash into my infantry. Now, if I remember correctly in this battle, I split my army here. There you are. You can see I've left maybe half, a little bit over half of my SPQR army here, if you notice there, to fight. Can you see how the companion cavalry have been alt-attacked because they're using their heavy swords instead of their light lances? Remember, the light lances are good for impact and penetration, but when you actually get into melee, it's best to alt-attack and draw those heavy swords that do more damage than the lances in a melee there. Okay, you can see more cavalry charging in, but as I say, you can see that about half of my army, maybe a bit over half my army, I'm leaving there to fight the Macedonians, while I take the other part of my army across there to help my allies against Fesen's infantry there, Red Julii infantry. Okay, but as I say here, I think Demon is holding really well against the Spartans here. I mean, I would have expected those Scipii troops to have routed by now, by the pressure that those Spartans can bring to bear. And also, I think that Fesen's holding well as well there. Okay, so here, as I say, I've split my army there, and you can see my SPQR troops holding well against that fully upgraded companion cavalry, and there's some pike units in there as well, I believe. And as I say, you can see the alt-attack swords of those companion cavalry being brought to bear, and you can see those pikes coming in on me as well. But that segment is still holding. You can see a couple of rallied Scythian axemen coming into the fray as well, attacking my troops. But meanwhile, over here, my SPQR infantry, the other half of my army, is now hitting Fesen's infantry there. Now, in a minute, there's a fantastic bit of battlefield awareness that I'd like you to see here. A really good tactical cavalry move. Right, can you see here, Demon now has got in behind Fesen's infantry, and bang, as he smashes into the rear of Fesen's infantry. Hammer and anvil attack, classic. Okay, so this was a great battlefield awareness move by Demon. He took his cavalry out of the woods. Remember, we saw him chasing that light Greek cities cavalry, and he's now took it round tactically and strategically into the rear of Fesen's Julii infantry in a classic hammer and anvil attack. Meanwhile, over here, my SPQR infantry is still holding against the Macedonians and some Scythian infantry. There's my cavalry coming in there. Now, what I think I'd like to do is try and target that Macedonian general. Can you see the Macedonian general there? So with my cavalry, I'd like to smash into that Macedonian general unit, and bang! As the first cavalry unit comes in, I've got two more cavalry units coming in there, or one more coming in there, and bang! And he smashes into the back of that Macedonian general unit. As I say, I'm looking to rout that Macedonian general, take the general morale bonus away, and that's what I've managed to do there. So that's good news for us. We know Macedon morale is not very good, so to take the general out, take that general morale bonus away is good for our team. Meanwhile, over here, with that great battlefield awareness cavalry charge of demons there. We've managed to rout, I think, all of Fesen's army. And we are now going to try and hit the Greek cities. There you are, there's demons cavalry charging again, like a bang into the back of those engaged Spartan units there. But we know how tough the Spartans are with their 2 hit points. Excellent specifications there. And those units held. Other units from other factions may well have routed there, being smashed into the back by cavalry. But we know those Spartans are pretty tough there. So as you can see, I think Fesen has just admitted defeat as well. Basically, all his army was taken out anyway. Now, it'll be interesting to see what Aurelius is going to do with his Spartan army here, his faction of choice. Is he going to box up? Is he going to form a defensive box? Or is he going to continue to be aggressive and attack like he's been attacking Demon's army for a long time now? Or he may well try and do a combination. His general there got a little bit exposed, didn't it? Can you see his general unit there? But, you know, probably we may well have been looking to take out his general there. Can you see the general there at the rear of the Greek city's army as they're moving back into their main formation there? But you can see our troops now are approaching the Spartans. And as I say, Aurelius here looks like he's kind of set up a bit of a defensive formation, but also he's still attacking Demon's Scipii infantry there. Pause the game for a second here. So there you are. You can see several of Demon's Scipii infantry have now been routed, and you can see Aurelius kind of setting up a bit of a defensive box there, but as I say, still attacking Demon's infantry with other of his units. Nice cavalry hit there, that bang! That companion cavalry smash into the back of Demon's general unit there. But you can see TR has brought one of his cavalry units over there to try and counter that. And I can see Demon's blue Scipii cavalry there. He's got his finger on the trigger. You could almost feel he wants to charge in there, but. Yeah, maybe not a good idea to charge in there with his cavalry, especially against Spartan spears. There, you can see TR's got his archers shooting in to the enemy there. I'm not sure how many Parthian cavalry TR has got left. I don't see a lot of Parthian cavalry on the battlefield still. You might have a couple of very, very battle-damaged units there. Oh, there goes Demon charges Scipii cavalry in like a bang as he charges in there. I think he was hoping that maybe the impact that cavalry had there might have caused some of those Spartan units to rout. But unfortunately for us, that didn't work. Okay, so just want to show you something here. Can you see my 3 cavalry units there? Okay, just to give you a heads up on that, what I'm aiming for is the rear of that Spartan unit there. Okay, the reason I'm aiming for that unit is because I'm hoping my cavalry are going to smash through these Spartans in front of me, okay, and then go for the rear of that Spartan unit there. Don't forget also, I'm surge attacking with my infantry. So all my infantry are surge attacking those Spartans at the same time. So what I'm trying to do is get a lot of charge bonus in on these Spartans. So watch my 3 tired cavalry units coming in there, charging, going for that Spartan unit at the far end of the battle formation there, like a bang! And you can see some Parthian cavalry charging in there as well. Remember, my infantry is surge attacking at the same time here. We got JGP's infantry in there as well, and we got some Parthian cavalry in there as well. You can see Demon charging his cavalry in from the other flank there. Oh my god, and the Spartans are still holding. Look at those Spartans still holding there, even though we're really pushing in with basically everything we got. We're even throwing in hillmen. There's even archers charging in there as well. Just that we're throwing everything in against those Spartans, and they're still holding. There's some horse archers coming in there as well, like being auto-attacked to charge in there as well. Oh my gosh. That's the 2 hit points and excellent specifications that the Spartans have got. Still holding against us there, look. Even though we're kind of throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them, and they're still managing to hold, but they finally broke. Now over here you'll see that Armenius and Romex are running their infantry over, their rallied infantry over to try and get to their Greek city's ally to help him. But unfortunately for them, they're too late, and Aurelius has Spartans have been now taken out. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Armenius formed up a defensive box with his Macedonians. There you are, you can see Aurelius charging his light cavalry in there, but that light cavalry is probably going to be taken out there. There you are. So all of Aurelius's Greek city's army has now been taken out. I think Fesen's, as we said, has admitted defeat, and all the enemy troops have got left now are what you see here. 4 Macedonian pike units and some Scythian archer units, I think, there. So we're going to start moving over towards them there. Let's go up to double speed there. Hit double speed, because it'd be interesting to see what Arminius and Romex are going to do here. Are they going to set up a defensive box, or are they just going to admit defeat? Do they consider the battle over at this stage, or are they going to continue? I can see here the way that Arminius is setting up his Macedonians here. Looks like he's going to set up a defensive box. Look at the length of those pikes that our men would have to fight down to try and kill the man on the other end, as we've talked about in many videos in the past. As I say, those Scythian archers there may well integrate into the Macedonian box there. That's what I thought they could well do. Maybe put them on guard mode and just stand them in with the Macedonians there just to hold their ground. But you can see that we're starting to move troops over there. I'm not sure if we got any pilers left. I'm not sure. As I say, this battle was fought quite a long time ago, so I can't really remember a lot of the detail. But it looks to me like Parthia still got some archers with arrows left there, so they could start shooting fire arrows into the enemy there, not just causing casualties but lowering their morale. That's something that we could do. And as I say, if you look at the Scythian troops there, as I say, I think they're just going to integrate with their Macedonian allies there. As I say, maybe put them into guard mode and just stand them in the Macedonian pike units there, just to help try and hold the ground a bit there. Now, whether they're going to really fight or whether they'll just admit defeat, looking at all the enemy troops coming towards them, we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, look at those fire arrows coming in on them. It wouldn't surprise me actually if Arminius and Romex decided that, you know, seeing all this enemy infantry coming towards them, if they just thought, well, maybe just you know, admit defeat and let's get into the lobby and get another battle going. It wouldn't surprise me if they did that. I think I might still have some pilers left. I don't know whether JGP's got any pilers left here, but as I say, it wouldn't surprise me here if Arminius and Romex here just decided to admit defeat there with all those fire arrows going in on them. Yeah, I think I'm throwing pilers into them as well. There you are. That's it. They've just decided to admit defeat there. So it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle. And well done to them admitting defeat, because we can get into the lobby and get another battle going. It was quite a spread out battle actually, isn't it? If you look here, you can see here over here, that's where the I was fighting the Macedonians with my purple SPQR army. You can see a lot of Scythian axemen dead there. As you move across over here, you can see that's where the headhunting maidens were fighting the Parthian hillmen, and all our cavalry kind of smashed in there as well, didn't it? Killed those headhunting maidens. Not very gentlemanly, is it, to those ladies? And over here you can see this is where the most intense part of the fighting was here, with Fesen and Aurelius there fighting Demon there and JGP. But here you can see like a carpet of dead, isn't it, here as you look across the battlefield here, just to see how intense the fighting was there. So they're very actually is quite a spread out battle, I suppose. The more you look around the battlefield, you can see dead kind of all over the place there. And as I say, I think most of the Parthian cavalry are dead there. So TR did well, I thought, there. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game. I thought everybody played well there. And actually, I was surprised it was an average victory. I thought we might have just edged into close there. So, yeah, I was surprised it was average. Right, highest kills in the game goes to Brotherhood member Aurelius with his Greek cities army. Unusual for the player in a losing team to get the highest kills. And I still think getting over 2,000 kills is special. I still think that even after 20 years of RTW, getting over 2,000 kills is still special. So well done to Romex there. He'll be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but I thought he played well with Scythia. As I say, well done to Aurelius, highest kills in the game. Well done to Fesen, he got less than 1,000 kills, so he might be a bit disappointed, but I thought he played well. And well played Armenius with his Macedonian army, he got less than 1,000 kills as well, so he'll probably be a bit disappointed, but I thought he played well. Really well played, guys. My kills, yeah, I'm quite pleased with those kills. Not too bad. Yeah, quite. If you notice, I was very aggressive in this game, which is quite unusual for me. Well done to JGP. He got over 1,000 kills, so well done to him. Well done to Demon. He might be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but look how well he held against that Spartan attack. I mean, I was amazed on how well he held there. So really well done to Demon. He held that flank well. And well done to TR with Parthia. Look at the kills he's got. 1,900 kills with Parthia. The second highest kills in the 31k battle here with Parthia. Who would have ever thought that? See how if you change the rules a bit, how you can make what some people call a weaker 31k faction into a strong faction there. And do you think either team had faction advantage? They had Scythia, Greek cities, Rome and Macedon. Quite a strong combination. We had Rome, and Parthia. So we had quite a good combination as well. So what I would say is please put your thoughts in the comments. I always like reading what you think about our battles. And well done to TR getting great kills with Parthia. It's Spartan Commander saying bye for now. See you soon.